Hey, this is Shane Long, wedding and portrait photographer here in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. And for all you photographers who are just starting out, today's review is for you. This is the Canon EF 50mm f1.8 STM lens. It is a fantastic lens for people who are just starting out. You're gonna get to watch me use it, and then I'll come back at the end and tell you what I think. Here we are in sunny Florida. I have the EF 50mm mounted on my EOS R with the control ring mount adapter.
Great job. You're laughing and having fun.
The lens is made out of plastic, but it doesn't feel cheap. It has a nice sturdy feel to it. It's lightweight, compact, easy to hold. And it even features a metal mount, which is a big upgrade over the old version. The AF to MF switch clicks nicely. This lens also features an electronic focus ring. So when it's connected to the camera, you can focus it manually. Overall, for the price of the lens, very impressed with the build quality. It's touted as having an STM motor, but here's what it sounds like when you focus it. And this is what it sounds like when you manually focus it. One thing to be aware of is that if you take your lens off your camera too quickly, the barrel might still be extended. This is problematic because if you press on that or set your lens on the barrel or it gets bumped, it can damage your AF motor. So what you want to do is reattach it to your camera. Then it sends the electronic signal back to the lens and it will retract. What matters the most is image quality. If you're coming from the kit lens, the 18 to 55mm that came with your Rebel camera, then this lens is going to be a big step up. It's pretty sharp in the middle. It's certainly usable. If you get to the edge of the frame, know that it will get blurry there. It won't stay sharp. So most of the time you want to compose your subjects so they're in the middle of the frame. You won't be able to zoom with this lens, but what you will be able to do is blur out the background nicely, which is the desired look when you're doing a portrait. And for portraiture, that's really what you're after, something that puts the focus on the subject and then blurs out the background. Here's another example shot at f1.8 where the subject kind of pops out of the photo because she's in focus, but the background has been blurred. And that's going to be the difference for you as you upgrade to a lens like this. Your work will start to separate from other new photographers because with a prime lens like the EF 50mm 1.8, the background can be blurry whereas the focus can be set on your subject. In this next set of images, I set up a tripod and took some pretty boring portraits of myself. But what I wanted to be able to do for you is compare side by side the difference between shooting at f1.8 and shooting at 2.5. There's two things that are going to happen here. You're going to notice the lens becomes a little sharper the more you stop down, and also my depth of field increases so more of my face is in focus. On this side, you can see my eye. It's sharp enough, it's usable. On this side, it's a lot sharper, and I went from f1.8 to f2.5. So the more you stop down a lens, more of my face is going to be in focus, and the sharper it's going to get. But the background, if you're shooting outside, wouldn't be as blurry. Here again is that same setup. So I tried as much as I could to stay in the frame while changing camera settings. On this side we have f1.8, on this side we have f2.5. As we zoom in, less is in focus and less is sharp on this side, whereas this side becomes much more sharp. You can see the individual eyelashes where this just looks a little bit soft, not quite as sharp. Here in the US, this lens currently retails for about $125. At that price point, it's targeted at people who are beginning their photography journey, people who want an inexpensive backup, or people who want something to have for travel. That's how I use it. I use it for travel photography. I also keep it in my car as an emergency backup. All right, so for the money, I couldn't recommend this lens more highly. It's part of my emergency backup kit that I keep in my car in case my pro gear gets lost or damaged or stolen. That way I still have something that's good enough to capture a whole wedding day. If you're just getting started with photography, be sure to check it out. It's a whole lot of fun to shoot with, and your portraits are just gonna pop. It also holds its resale value very well, so if you upgrade later, you're still gonna be able to sell this and make back a lot of the money that you spent on it. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please do that. It really helps us out. We have a lot more videos coming that you're gonna love. Thanks again, we'll see you soon.